It's game time. Hello, everybody. Uh, yo, good, good to be here. Uh, it's good to be here. I am Desiderio Ultra, the most out of this world soccer fan you've ever seen. And, yeah, we're back for another news stream. But, before I get into anything, I do want to thank everyone for reaching 100 subscribers on YouTube. That is right. Well, we have officially gone to 100 subscribers on YouTube. I actually think it's up to 101 now, so so yeah, that's good. Yeah, well, was it like 6.5 months in? Finally reached 100. That's great. Well, great milestone to reach. And it's only gonna go up from here, hopefully. Yeah. So yeah, what was it? Today is obviously a news day. Today, as you probably, well, as you could probably assume from the title, we're going to be talking about the recent sacking of several high-profile managers in the Premier League. Specifically, of course, Ruben Amorim, the head coach, or former head coach of Manchester United, and Enzo Maresca, the head coach of Chelsea. Oh god. I do think it's funny. Quite possibly two of the most chaotic Premier League clubs right now sacking their managers at the same time. Well, not the same time, around the same time. I think the the sacking was like a couple days ago. Oh god. Arne Slot better watch his back, cause he might be next. Oh, hello, Amanda. Thank you for the first time chat. So yeah. Oh crap. So yeah, what was it? With all that out of the way, let's get into the stories. First off, so as I said, the first story will pertain to the sacking of Ruben Amorim at Manchester United. This is a story from The Athletic. How Ruben Amorim's Manchester United reign ended in turmoil and toxicity. Yeah, so yeah, sounds like it was a fun time all around. Well, so yeah, this is a little story. Well, it's not a little story; it's kind of a long story. Going over what appears to have led to Amorim's sacking. There appears to have been some drama. uh, yeah. From what we can tell, it seems like one of the main factors was the recent press conference Ruben Amorim held, where he took some shots at ownership, I believe. Yeah, I've seen some clips. I haven't seen that full conference, but I have seen clips of it. Yeah. uh, yeah, I can understand how that might have gotten him sacked. Like, even if he's right, which he probably is right, yeah, I see how that got him sacked. That he might have been a bit too honest there. So yeah, what was it? Let's get into it. Oh, and this is by Lori Whitwell and more apparently. So I guess a few people wrote this, or I guess helped write it. Ruben Amorim did not hang around. You could say that, right? What was it? It's been like, what are people saying? Like 14 months ago he was signed. Yeah, what was it? I remember like when he first got signed. It's like, he was doing great in the what was it, the Portuguese league. And like when they signed him at first, it's like everyone was going crazy. It's like, what was it? Okay, the last few guys, they were kind of trash. But this one's the real deal. Just forget the fact that we said that about the last couple of guys also. Yeah, what was it? And like, yeah, they did the same thing for Ten Hag. Like, yeah, he was doing great in what was it, the Netherlands, but once he came to Man U, it was like, up and down, same as it was with Amorim. It's like, I don't know. This is just gonna keep happening. Watch the next guy get like hyped up all the way to the moon, only to just like be super inconsistent stuff like. God, it's Oh god. I don't know how you fix Man U. I really don't. I don't think anyone does. Alright. Crap. Where was I? Alright. Shortly after being informed by Manchester United's chief executive Omar Barada and the director of football Jason Wilcox that he had been sacked as the club's head coach at their Carrington training ground, Amorim packed his things into a box, said his goodbyes, and hurriedly left the building. His assistants were gathering their possessions as some players arrived. They asked the coaches where they were going. Home, they replied. Oh, God. Oh. It was one of the more bizarre moments in another tumultuous 72 hours at Old Trafford that saw Amorim dismissed after just 14 months in charge. Yeah, 14 months. Yeah. And replaced by United's former midfielder Darren Fletcher as an interim on an interim basis. Amorim and his assistants are due around $10 million. Oh wait, no, £10 million. That's $13.5 million as a compensation package. Yeah, what was it? Amorim's contract, I think, goes up until 2028. I think. Yeah, 2028. I think they said they were gonna give him 3 years. They gave him like a year and 2 months. And now they have to pay him all this money. What was it? Just to get rid of him early. Oh, God. Great business. Great business by Man United. Really, geniuses. Real geniuses, yeah. The Athletic has spoken to multiple sources with knowledge of the situation at United, and it can be revealed that tensions between Amorim and Wilcox came to a head in a heated meeting on Friday over tactics and transfers. Alright, makes sense. Minority owner Sir Jim Radcliffe, yeah, remember him, wanted Amorim to switch from his preferred back three to a back four, as did Wilcox. I mean, yeah, that's just kind of what everyone's been saying. It's like, what was it? Yeah, that back three just is not working with them. Huh? I just followed you on X and would really appreciate a follow back. Yeah, sure. What was it? I'll follow you back after stream. Thanks for the follow. Ah, crap. What was it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like, all right. It's like, yeah. What was it? So yeah. Crap. Yeah, that three at the back system. It's just not working, and it's like, obviously, Emery has had success with it before. What was it in? Obviously in the Portuguese league, and other managers have obviously made it work. It's a fairly, it's a fairly common tactic. But yeah, clearly, what was it? It just wasn't working with Man U. I don't know what he had to do in order to make it work, but clearly they just could not figure it out. I don't know. The Glazer family? Oh, goody, the Glazer family. Everybody loves them. Especially Man United fans. The club's majority shareholders had expressed disquiet at United's results as long ago as August. Since when do the Glazers care about United's results? Oh my god. Sure, yeah, I'm sure they did express a... Yeah. It's like, they don't care. As long as they get their dividend payments from the club, they don't care how it's doing. And like that's not even just a wild conspiracy theory. That's just straight up true. They're what was it? Man United, obviously they suck, as a soccer club, but they're still one of the most profitable clubs in the world. And that's all that really mattered to the Glazer family. That's all they care about. What was it? What was it? As long as they don't get relegated, as long as Man United doesn't get relegated, which, feels impossible, but they're definitely trying their best. I don't think the Glazers, actually give a shit about how they perform on the pitch. It's like I feel like that's the only time that the Glazers might actually care. Yeah, what was it? But what was it? That's just what I think. Dave, hey Ryan, hey Ryan, good to see you. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to stream earlier nowadays. Oh yeah, what was it? Thanks, man. Finally reached 100 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah, man, it was great. Well, I think I'm up to 101 right now, but yeah, what was it? It felt pretty good. It was great. Yeah, thanks for coming by all the time. Thanks for talking, man. It's like, it's good to have someone around. So yeah, what was it? Obviously this is a news day. The main stories I'm talking about, if you couldn't tell from the title, is regarding the recent sackings that have happened in the Premier League. Ruben Amorim and Enzo Maresca. Oh crap! I've been on less because I'm honestly. Oh yeah, what was it? Oh yeah, what was it? I don't mind, man. Yeah, what was it? You got. Yeah, man, you gotta focus on school, man. Yeah. Yeah, what was it? I do hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, and good luck on your exams, dude. Yeah, those can be tough. All right. So let's see. Crap, where was I? Oh yeah. David Gill, United's former chief executive. Wait, what? You need to do 4-1s today because news has come out that Nuno has been told he's getting sacked if West Ham don't win their next game. Oh, really? Hold on. Hold on. Let me look. Oh, Nuno. 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 Hold on. Let me see. Let's see. Huh. Hold on. What is? Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if. Hmm. Oh, hey, Collins. Congrats. I mean, thank you. Sorry. Yeah, man, it feels good. What was it? Reaching 100. Uh. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, hmm. I'm getting some mixed reports on whether or not that's true. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Talks. Hmm. Yeah, I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm getting some mixed reports on whether or not that's true. It's like, as far as I can tell, it's just a rumor. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Ryan. As far as I can tell, I'm pretty sure that's just a rumor because I can't find anything really, supporting it. Oh, hey there, do it anyways. Good to see you. Oh, is it really cold Oh, yeah. Oh, it's really cold where you are? Damn. That sucks. Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to stream a bit earlier now. But yeah. Oh, it's been snowing where you are? Damn. Oh, it's cold in Ireland too, huh? Yeah, what was it? It snowed a little bit here over December, but not really too much. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh crap. Let's see. Where was I? Let's see. Here I was. There was friction between Amarim and Christopher Vivel, United's director of recruitment, over transfer policy. Oh yeah, what was it? If you couldn't tell by the title, today's stream is mostly revolving around the new yeah, mostly revolving around the news of, the recent sackings that have happened, Amarim and Maresca. Oh crap. The head coach was involved in a training ground confrontation with defender Lisandro Martinez a few weeks ago. Yeah, I remember that one. That was a bit of a story. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is under consideration to return as the club's caretaker manager until the summer, with Johnny Evans also in contention to return to the coaching staff. Oh yeah, what was it? I have another article that talks about this, who like their potential coaches are. But yeah, supposedly they have contacted Ollie to come in as sort of an, well, I guess caretaker coach, until they can find someone else. So yeah, what was it? So yeah, Ollie might make a return to Old Trafford. We'll have to watch out for that. See how that goes. I don't know why anyone would want to go back to Man United, but we'll have to see. This is the full, remarkable story of how Amorim, hailed as the coach who could helm a long-term football project when he was appointed, saw his tenure fall apart. Let's see. You think Ollie and Fletcher? You think Ollie and Fletcher would be a mistake? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like Ollie tried once and it didn't work, so yeah, probably not. And Fletcher, yeah, I'm not sure I see him working out either. I mean, to be fair, at this point, I don't even know who could take over the Man. I don't even know who could take over Man United. That just feels like a pit. You consider Paul Scholes? Huh. I guess that's an interesting idea. Maybe. So, definitely not Rooney. Yeah, no, what was it? Is he even still coaching? It's like the last time I heard about him, he was coaching one of the MLS teams. I don't remember which one. Was it Philadelphia? I don't know. I think it was. I don't know. I think it was one of like the northeastern teams. I don't remember. But yeah, what was it? I haven't heard. He's now a pundit on Match of the Day and does lots of podcasts. Yeah, I would think. I didn't really watch too many games or like too many teams he coached, but I never heard anything particularly good about his coaching. So, yeah. All right. Although the seeds of Amarim's demise at Manchester United were sown at various stages, the ground finally fell from beneath during a tempestuous encounter with Wilcox on Friday. Amarim, people at United, would argue was the catalyst, erupting when discussion turned to tactics and transfers. Amarim had sensed a creep onto his territory during recent weeks, and the result has been described by close to the club as a massive fallout between the pair. Alright, so I guess, what was it? The alleged. Alright, so what was it? They're alleging that one of the main reasons for, what was it? Amarim's sacking was a fallout with Wilcox, who is, let's see, the director of football at them, Jason Wilcox. Which, what was it? Obviously, I wasn't there. I don't know. So, this seems as like, it seems likely. All right. In their face-to-face meeting at Carrington, Wilcox suggested to Emery that the players were struggling to gain trust in his 3-4-2-1 system. I feel like everyone's been suggesting that. Yeah, what was it? Like, I feel like that's just kind of one of the main criticisms people have. It's like, the three at the back, it's not working, it's not working. Maybe that's part of the reason, what was it, he blew up so much. Maybe he's just sick of everybody telling him that. I don't know. Who knows? And had become confused over his vision. Amorim would train the team in a back four, only for a back three to be selected in games. Oh, that's interesting. They also sensed he lacked faith in them due to his selections and public statements. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure anyone has faith in anyone at Man United. Like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't trust any of these guys if I'm being honest. Emery responded that the players needed to be changed. Wilcox said he wanted to work through the issues, evolving the squad over time, but sticking with Emery. Emery reacted by saying he wished to leave the club and would be calling his agent. Alright. Alright. Now, while I do believe that something along these lines probably did happen, it does feel like this version of events is kind of, I don't know, trying to paint like Wilcox in more of like the better light, which I don't know, might be true, but also kind of feels a bit like PR-y. Like, I don't know, maybe I feel like he might have been, I don't know, a bit more combative than I feel like this article is letting on, but like I said, I don't know. What was it? The story just feels a bit too one-sided at this point. Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody was kind of just getting sick of everyone. You know what I mean? The repercussions were so seismic that a meeting between Emery and his squad, scheduled to take place afterwards, was cancelled. The irony is that Wilcox, who regularly watches training, was seen as one of Emery's big allies. They would talk daily, and conversations took place over formations. Wilcox is known to like the 4-3-3 that has brought Manchester City such success. Although up until recently, that did not translate into direct advice to Emery. However, Ratcliffe has made his desire for United to switch to a back four clear, and it is felt Wilcox has increased his efforts to persuade Emery to show more flexibility. United insiders say an evolution was always part of the plan, with Emery telling officials at the outset he wanted to start with a back three, but would add layers once players better understood his methods. Alright, well, you've been there for 14 months, and... yeah. Well, you've been there for 14 months, and it really doesn't feel like anybody, understands what you want any better than they did, back when you were first signed. So clearly there's some failure to communicate going on here. But with Ratcliffe having opinions on the team, things became more delicate. Handling Ratcliffe's input is one of Wilcox's major tasks. Ratcliffe leans on him for his football knowledge, but also expresses thoughts of his own. One thing I love, what was it? They specifically state... Let's see, where'd they say it? Oh crap, where'd they say it? They specifically state that... Yeah, that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is a minority owner, which is true, but everybody kind of treats him like he's just the regular owner. Which, like, I don't know, feels kind of weird. It feels like the Glazers just wanted to pass off some responsibility onto some other mook. You know what I mean? Even though, like, they still own most of the club, I'm pretty sure. Or, like, are they still looking to sell it to someone? I don't know. I don't know. It feels like a weird situation to me, you know? Yeah. Like, it feels like a lot of people treat Radcliffe as if the owner, but he's really not. Or, you know, not the majority owner, obviously. During the 4-1 win against Wolverhampton Wanderers, Ratcliffe was visibly angry at the sloppy manner in which United conceded an equalizer before half-time. Earlier in the season, Ratcliffe also proposed playing Brian Embuemo. I never know if I'm pronouncing this guy's name right, at wingback. Amorim did adapt to a degree by sending his team out in a predominantly 4-4-2 shape against Bournemouth on December 15th, and then a clear 4-2-3-1 system against Newcastle United on Boxing Day. During oh crap, what was it? I know what Boxing Day means, but it always just sounds really funny to me. What was it? I always think they're talking about some boxing match. Whatever. During talks with Antoine Semenyo, he told the Bournemouth forward he would play as a left winger in a 4-3-3. But when Amorim reverted to his 3-4-2-1 for Wolves' visit, the halftime substitution of Joshua Zirkzee, one of his few senior attackers, concerned members of United's hierarchy. So yeah, one thing, during his talks with Antoine Semenyo, one thing I have heard that I'm not sure if they're gonna bring this up, that with talks with Semenyo kind of falling through a bit, was supposedly Manchester United told him that the money they had set aside for it wouldn't be put towards a different player, or I think a different midfielder. I don't know. That is just something I've heard, but yeah, I'm not sure. United's senior leadership team, including Barada and Wilcox, were seen leaving Old Trafford around 90 minutes after the final whistle, in a sign that prolonged conversations with Amorim were taking place. That set the scene for Wilcox's intervention with Amorim at United's training base 3 days later. Recruitment was another tension for Amorim that came to a boil. The problems began last summer, but a specific recent grievance was that he felt United had failed to give their all to sign Semenyo, who is set to join Manchester City. All right, yeah, what was it? I guess this is kind of what I was talking about. Ah, crap. You know, what was it? Losing out on a player you really wanted always sucks, but I feel like losing them out to a cross-city rival has to suck even more. Like, goddamn. Crap, that's... United could have paid Bournemouth £65 million release clause and advanced on talks with the forward, but ultimately they felt he wanted the immediate chance to challenge for the Premier League. Yeah, and he knew he wasn't going to get that with Man U, not right now at least. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that does become kind of a problem when, like, what was it? You're trying to sign players. Yeah, obviously, you know, Man U is Man U, but the Man U of today is not the Man U of yesteryear. I just said Man U a lot. But yeah, what was it? I don't know. When the perception of your club has fallen so much, it must make it a bit harder to sign players. Yeah. Perhaps more consequential was the legacy of last summer's aborted pursuit. Semenyo went as far as dining with Amorim and Wilcox in London during a charm offensive, only for United to switch targets to Embuemo because they viewed Bournemouth's £70 million asking price as too high. Isn't there a term for doing this? What's it called? Like, punching up or something? Or, no, something else. I can't remember. It was like punching up or like something like that. I don't know, like having discussions with a player outside of having discussions with a player outside of like a proper crap. What am I thinking of? Yeah, outside of like a proper meeting with like lawyers and stuff like that and agents. I don't know. I'll think of it later. Emblemo was projected as costing at most £55 million, but eventually Brentford pushed the fee to £65 million, plus £6 million in add-ons. Semenyo was disappointed that he had been rejected for a player ending up at the same valuation. Yeah, what was it? That must also kind of suck. Imagine like what was it? What was it? They decide not to sign you because you're too expensive, and then they go for another player who ends up being just as expensive as you were. It's like that's gotta feel like a bit of a kick in the pants. You know what I mean? Like what you were willing to spend money? You were willing to spend that money on that guy, but not me? All right, I guess you didn't want me as much as I thought you did. Oh crap. And he seemed in no rush to answer United's call a second time. All right, yeah. What was it? I didn't really follow the whole Man United Semenyo transfer saga that closely, but learning more about it, I understand why it isn't going very well. Yeah, this feels like a bit of a mess. All right. Instead of using the money earmarked for Semenyo on another January transfer, however, Amorim was told that major reinforcements would have to wait until summer. Yeah, this is what I was talking about before. Yeah, they put aside money. They put aside some money specifically for trying to sign Semenyo. But when that fell apart, what was it? They told Amorim that he wouldn't be allowed to use that money on a different player. So yeah, what was it? Yeah, I can understand why Man U would be a bit. Oh wait, no, why Amorim would be a bit upset about that. It's like, yeah, what was it? I'm trying to sign someone here. It's like I just missed out on my main target. I want to find somebody. And it's like, yeah, you know that money we put aside for this. Yeah, yeah, we can't use it. We're not spending it. Oh crap. Oh man, Man United really does just feel like a total mess nowadays. You are a smart guy, air quotes. He told a reporter when asked at Friday's press conference to preview the Leeds match whether budgets had altered. Oh man. Having arrived with a mandate for change, which would require work in the market, Amorim detected an uncertainty from above. What was it? He's not a mandate for change and uncertainty from above. It sounds like what was it? Like talking about ancient Chinese history, you know what I mean? The mandate of he lost the mandate of heaven or whatever they had back back in those days. Hmm. The background to Emery's mindset could be traced to his appointment. He and Ratcliffe had a prolonged one-on-one interview. Amorim perhaps sensed he was Ratcliffe's appointment, and therefore had more latitude under United's executive structure. Oh, I guess here's a picture of them, sort of hugging. Oh crap! I wish you could see this picture in full. It's like, what was it? Yeah, this is like that kind of awkward hug you have with like maybe a relative or like maybe like a coworker or a relative like you're not really that close to or like you don't really like very well. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of, sort of pat on the back or like pat on the shoulder kind of hug. I'm done. Oh, it's game time. There you go, Ryan. Yeah, well, I guess you missed it earlier. Uh, when Emerim then selected his 3-4-2-1. Oh wait, hold on. Sir Jim Ratcliffe consoles Emery after the Europa League final defeat. Oh, okay. I guess that makes this make a bit more sense. I don't know. The look on Jim Ratcliffe's face is just so weird to me. Like what? Like that's supposed to be him consoling someone? Oh crap. And they say billionaires aren't lizard people. Right. When Emerim then selected 3-4-2-1 system at Elland Road, featuring just 2 attackers, it appeared to those with knowledge of the situation that he was making clear that if this was to be his last game, he would bow out his way. That meant both on the pitch and in the media room, where he let rip over his status as a manager, even though his title has always been head coach. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, this was the yeah, what was it? This was the press conference, or not exactly a press conference, but yeah, this was the conference I was talking about earlier, where what was it? Yeah, yeah, Emery kind of talked about some of his frustrations with like his place at the club, and obviously management. Yeah, I haven't seen the full the full thing, but I have seen some clips from it, and yeah, I understand how it got him sacked. Like, obviously, I kind of agree with some stuff he said, and I kind of feel for him, but I also understand how that got him sacked. It's like, yeah. Yeah. He brought up the sporting director and the scouting department, saying that everybody needed to do their jobs. Wilcox was a target. So too, in all likelihood, was Vivel. Vivel? I don't know. United's director of recruitment. There has been Oh, wait, United's director of recruitment. Okay, that's who Vivel is. God, I missed the period. There has been friction between Emerim and Vivel over signings, notably Benjamin Sesko and Sen Lamens. Sen Lamens? Maybe, I don't know. As well as tactics. Everyone's had a problem with Emerim's tactics. It's like, do you even have to keep mentioning it at this point? Vivel has mentioned internally that United need more variability, and earlier in the season, Light highlighted Fulham manager Marco Silva's comments about Emerim's side being easy to play against. Ooh. Damn, he called you easy. Are you just gonna take that? On Sunday, Emery marked his territory, suggesting people at the club might not be able to handle the criticism of former United captain Gary Neville. It is believed to be a reference to the possibility that Ratcliffe watches Neville's podcast, in which he has questioned Emerim's tactics, but it surprised people at United. Emerim finished his outburst by saying, "It's going to be like this for 18 months, or when the board decides to change. I'm not going to quit. I will do my job until another guy is coming here to replace me." Oh, crap. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, what was it? I think this probably is the line that got him sacked. It's like, he just kind of comes out and says here, yeah, it's like, he just kind of come out and says, yeah, back me or sack me. And it's like, they sacked him. uh, I mean, I guess I can respect him for standing his ground like that, but yeah, it's like things weren't going well. I don't know. I don't know. This might be for best. I don't know. This might be. I don't know. This might be the best for Emerim. I guess it's like, yeah. If Emerim's conduct on Friday had made his position close to untenable, prompting discussion between Ratcliffe and the majority shareholders, the Glazer family in the United States. His words 48 hours later were a clear invitation to make a change. Barada and Wilcox made that decision, supported by United's co-owners, informing the 40-year-old at Carrington on Monday morning. So like yesterday, the story broke yesterday. Barada and Wilcox then called a meeting with the players. Wilcox told those listening that the last 2 days had really shocked him. He insisted the club had given Emery what he wanted, but he had made his feelings clear on an exit. We don't understand where the last 48 hours have come from, he told the squad. Wilcox said Emery had changed and United had to act. I mean, I feel like I feel like you kind of had to knew where this was coming from. It's like, come on. I don't know. I don't know. What was it? There's just been, behind the scenes stuff going on like this for a while. It's like, I feel like you know where this comes from. Wilcox, who has taken soundings from players, also told them he had sensed some situations where they were not on the same wavelength as Emerim. Wilcox informed the players that Fletcher would be in charge for the next 2 games, taking in Wednesday's trip to Burnley and Sunday's home FA Cup tie against Brighton and Hove Albion. Fletcher then took the session alongside Travis Binion, the under-21's lead coach. The mood was said to be excellent. Oh crap, what was it? The mood is always excellent whenever Man United get a new head coach, but like, it always sours. It always turns sour. It's like, it's always great at first, but like, things always go wrong. Oh god. Maybe it's not the managers. Maybe it is the club. I don't know, man. It feels like this is just a cycle at this point, and it's just gonna keep happening and happening and happening, you know? Was it Man U get a new coach? Things are great for a while, they hype him up to the moon, and then things sour quickly, and it's just up and down for like a little over a year. Then he leaves and the whole thing starts all over again. It really feels like, I don't know, it really feels like that's just the direction that Man United has gone in for like, I don't know, the past few years at this point. Later, Emery was seen walking happily in the snow with his wife around his Cheshire home, even shaking hands with the photographer. I often forget Cheshire is the name of an actual place and not just the name of a cat. From freaking, what was it, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. Was there any reason the Cheshire Cat was called the Cheshire Cat? Like, is that where the guy who wrote Alice in Wonderland is from, or something like that? I don't know. What was it? If anyone knows, let me know later. United are liable to pay up Emery's contract in full. Yeah, that's right. What was it? They still gotta pay him. They still gotta pay him money to like let him go early. £10 million for him and his 6 staff members. There had been speculation that the compensation figure had been reduced once Emery was in place for a year, but he negotiated a strong deal because United wanted him to leave Sporting CP early. Yeah, what was it? What was it? They straight up like bought out his they didn't buy out his contract, but yeah, they gave him they essentially poached him from like another club that he was doing great at. Yeah, he was doing great with Sporting, and they kind of poached him a little bit. Well, not exactly poached, you know, they paid him a lot extra, I guess, which is like, and now what was it? He's gone like, I think, less than halfway into his contract, and they have to pay him another $10 million to let him go early. Oh, God. What the hell? The sum would have dropped had United's hierarchy pulled the trigger once the team had finished in a lowly Premier League position. Yeah, it's like, what was it, detailed specifically in his terms. um, well, this was believed to be midway into the bottom half of the table, only coming into effect after a full campaign. Okay, so yeah, what was it? That's another part of it. It's like, this is when you choose to sack him? It's like, you've been in lower league, but he's had Man United in lower league positions than this. And if you had let him go then, you could have paid him less, but like, this is when you choose to sack him? I don't know. This is why I feel like the main, yeah, it's like the main reason he was let go, definitely had to be like drama backstage. And I know that's pretty much what this article is saying, essentially, that like he had a lot of falling out with like, what was it, the sporting director and like the owner. And like he had that big press conference where he was, where he was, talking about his problems. It's like, yeah. It's clear this wasn't a sporting decision, I'm saying. It's like, it's clear this was stuff going on behind the scenes, which, like, I don't know. Which, like, feels like the majority of, Man United's problems in recent years have been more about behind the scenes drama than, the actual sporting side of things. United will take their time on a new permanent appointment, potentially waiting until summer when the contracts of Oliver Glasner, Crystal Palace, and Doni Iarola, Bournemouth, and Marco Silva at Fulham are set to expire. Okay, so those are some interesting potential choices. It's like Oliver Glasner with Crystal Palace. All right, he's pretty good. Let's see. What was it? Bournemouth guy. I haven't watched many Bournemouth games, but what was it? From what I've heard, they are doing all right. And Marco Silva at Fulham. These could, I guess these could be interesting appointments, but like, I don't know. It's like I said, I feel like the majority of Man United's problems are coming from like behind the scenes like drama and stuff to do with like the ownership and like other stuff like that. I don't know. So like, I don't know how, if any coach can really turn this around. I feel like things have to start at the higher levels. I don't know. It feels like, yeah, it feels like Man United's like coaching position is just gonna be a big merry-go-round for a while. I'm not sure I see like anyone really coming in and saving this as a coach, you know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like the problems go deeper than that. It has to. I mean, it has to at this point. It's like they've gone through so many coaches and they've gone through so many players too. It's like, yeah, I feel like the problems lie off the pitch. I feel like the problems lie, in the offices is what I mean. I feel like that's where the main problems have to be coming from. Fletcher will get a chance to show his credentials, but a long-term caretaker has not been ruled out, with Solskjaer even under consideration in what would be an emotional comeback. Michael Carrick has also been mentioned for a possible return, while Evans could also be appointed to the club's coaching staff, possibly in time to assist Fletcher at Burnley tomorrow. Wilcox, who will lead the process, and Barada are aware that knowledge of United can be beneficial. All right. I mean, what was it? I feel like knowledge. I don't know. I feel like knowledge of Man United might not really be that beneficial. It's like, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like a lot of the problems have to be coming from like upper management and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's really going to help much. Fletcher's name was raised internally as an interim candidate so far back as September. Oh crap, what was it? They were planning for Ruben Amorim to leave for a while. Or I guess not necessarily planning, but what was it? They did want to have some what was it? Some ideas in place for just in case he left, which yeah, did seem pretty likely and now now has come to pass. So, yeah, what was it? Uh, when contingencies were first lightly floated after the 3-1 defeat against Brentford. Oh, crap. I think I remember that. That was fun. United backed Amorim then, and that support was clear at the football board meeting at Old Trafford, attended by Sir Alex Ferguson. Wow, and Gill. Oh god. I would love to know what Sir Alex Ferguson said in that meeting. It's I can't imagine much of it was good. What was it? You're all bloody something or other. Crap. Alright, he probably wouldn't have been that mean. He probably said stuff more like, cordial and helpful. Whether or not anybody at the club will actually listen to him, that's another story. Barada and Wilcox, alongside Emerim, pointed to good underlying numbers, including expected goals, XG, as reasons to detect progress. They mentioned how much an approach had aided Manchester City's rise. For instance, United staff showed Mateus Cunha how a shot he tried from outside the area at Brentford with Bruno Fernandes free had a low XG. Ratcliffe wants United to embrace the numbers and is in regular contact with Michael Sansoni, the club's director of data science, although that has not always been seen as helpful by other football staff. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I obviously stats are important, but yeah, I do feel like there are some things that doesn't necessarily show, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, that's not to say that the what's it called? The eye test is infallible, but I feel like there are things that you could just kind of see what was it that don't necessarily show up on paper like that, you know what I mean? I don't know. At the Old Trafford meeting, Gill had thoughts of his own, challenging Amorim on the logic of consigning some of the club's biggest names to the bomb squad, pointing out that exiling Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, Jadon Sancho, and Antony had cost the club millions. Oh yeah, what was it? All of these guys got better after they left too. Yeah, what was it? Marcus Rashford, he's doing pretty good at Barca. He's doing pretty good. It honestly sucks that he's just on loan. What was it? Because like I'm not. I really do hope Barca can buy Rashford. He really is doing pretty good, and it's like I just don't know if they have the money for it. I don't know. And Antony, the freaking goat. It's oh crap. But no, yeah, what was it? Antony did also have a pretty impressive turnaround, as you likely know. What was it after leaving Man U? So yeah. Oh crap. He's still doing pretty good too. What was it? I know some people was kind of expected him to fall off after his first season with Betis, but no, he's still doing all right. What was it? Yeah, Jadon Sancho got better after he left, and Garnacho. I actually don't think Garnacho is doing that well right now. He's with Chelsea right now, right? All right. Well, to be fair, he did go to Chelsea, so it's like he's kind of just going from it's kind of just going from one disaster to another. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some at United feel the treatment of Garnacho, who departed for Chelsea, yeah, I was right, in a 40 million deal in August, reduced his value by 15 million pounds. Tyrell Malacia did not leave and was eventually reintegrated into the first team squad. but not before a spell training with the under-21s on Emerim's insistence. And on one occasion, when that squad was involved in a match with the under-18s. Oh, crap. He banished this guy to the friggin' Shadow Realm, goddamn. Or, well, not exactly. He banished this guy to friggin' play with friggin' 17-year-olds, goddamn. That was, though, a sign of United backing Emery, and arguably treating him as a manager rather than the head coach of his job description. Yeah, I do feel like this does kind of get into an interesting conversation of like the difference between a manager and a head coach, and how like I remember I watched a pretty good what was it? Was it HITC7? I don't remember, but I watched a pretty good video that kind of talked about this. It's like with club infrastructure becoming like more robust and what was it, more complicated with more people to handle different things, the role of the role of a manager everywhere has kind of been diminished, and nowadays most head coaches really are just head coaches, even if they are called managers. Yeah, it's like a lot of things that used to be mostly handled by them are now handled by like their own departments, or like their own directors, like what was it, signings and stuff like that. So yeah, I do think what was it? So yeah, I do think it is interesting to think about the distinction between a manager and a head coach, and like what was it? How many how many clubs really have managers, even if they say they have managers? You know what I mean? I don't know. He also attended the executive committee meeting at the end of last season, a high-level summit including Radcliffe and executive co-chairman and director Joel and Avram Glazer. While the club went along with his wishes to scrap an Amazon documentary. Oh my god. I would love to see an Amazon documentary about Man United. Like, goddamn. It's like this place comes off like it's such a shit show nowadays. I would love to see like some behind the scenes shit. I want I want to know what's going on behind closed doors at this club. I would have loved that. Oh crap. Indeed, last summer, United were so committed to Emerim, they were prepared to sell Kobe Mainu. Oh god. Oh man. United fans would have been real happy about that. Oh my god. Like, yeah. I feel like selling Kobe Mainu last summer would have been like a huge like disaster. What was it, from a PR perspective, with like the fans of the club, I feel like it would have been a bit of a disaster. Like, come on. Mainu is one of the big winners from Emerim's departure, feeling he had no future under Emerim. Yeah, I mean, he was probably right. It really didn't seem like Emerim really rated him at all. The 20-year-old midfielder wanted a loan away, but he is now expected to stay. That rhymed. Kind of. Oh, good. But as time went on, Emerim felt that power eroding. When it came down to signing Aston Villa striker Ollie Watkins or Sesko from RB Leipzig, Emerim would have preferred Watkins. Older than age 29, but proven in the Premier League. Alright, yeah. Alright, yeah, I guess it makes sense to want what was it, player who's proven that they can, handle the Premier League. And, we see how, what was it, the Sesko signing has turned out, so, yeah. That, however, was not a major issue. A bigger point of contention was the goalkeeper. I could assume. Emerim wanted experience. namely Emiliano Martinez, also at Villa. United have been recommending the 23-year-old Lamens, whatever, by Tony Coton, the club's chief goalkeeping scout, went for the younger player. He was also much less expensive in transfer fees and wages. Emiliano Martinez had support from some in United's team, specifically compatriot Lisandro Martinez. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, what was it? Yeah, Argentina. Yeah, it's good to see people who like play for the same national team kind of stick up for each other and want to play together at club level. I think it's fun to see stuff like that. Who went as far as lobbying for his signing to Radcliffe, as they were already in contact over his rehabilitation from an anterior cruciate ligament injury. It's aggravated Amorim, but United believe that signing Lemons shows that figures such as Wilcox and Vival are taking the long-term view. All right, well, is it? Yeah, I guess it does make sense to want to sign, a younger player who they think can, sort of grow more into the role over time and become, the future. I guess, there is logic behind that. Makes sense. But Amorim continued to feel a reduction in his authority that might be attributed in part to the Glazers, who have been expressing their dissatisfaction over results as early as August. They are still expected to let. Crap. Oh, crap. Yeah, right. I don't know. It's like I said earlier. As long as Man United don't get relegated, I feel like the Glazers don't really give a shit how they do. Oh, crap. It's like, for all this shit that's going on, with Man United on the pitch, they're still one of the most profitable soccer clubs in the world. And at the end of the day, that's the Glazers' main that's the Glazers' main concern. What was it? Keeping their asset profitable. Crap. I don't know. I feel as long as Man U is still in the Premier League, I don't think the Glazers give a shit how well they do on the pitch. I really don't. They are still expected to let Ratcliffe run the club, but can, in theory, step in at any time as majority shareholder. They do have questions about the setup and relevant experience of those in charge. There are big questions for Barada after he backed Amorim's appointment so decisively. Dan Ashworth, then sporting director, initially recommended candidates with Premier League experience. Wilcox had reservations about picking a manager so wedded to a back three, but came around. The Ineos ledger currently reads poorly, with 3 major decisions going wrong in retaining former manager Eric Ten Hag, and then hiring and firing Ashworth and Amorim. Oh crap. Who was sacked with a 38.1% win ratio, the worst record of any United boss in the Premier League era. Oh shit, really? God damn. The cost of all this sits awkwardly against the mass redundancies of ordinary staff. Oh yeah, what was it? The redundancies, yeah. Goddamn. Jim Ratcliffe is doing freaking anything he can to cut costs at Man United. It's like, what was it? Didn't he get rid of yeah, he fired a bunch of people and didn't he get rid of their charity or something like that, or reduce the amount of money they were giving to charity? And he had to go back on it when people got pissed off about it, because obviously people got pissed off about that shit. What did he expect to happen? Oh god. And While Emerim was charming and generous with fans and regular staff, some players wanted better communication from him. On occasions, though, he responded positively to being challenged. He and Martinez squared up to each other. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels kind of weird seeing freaking squared up in like an athletic article like this. What the hell? What was it? He and Martinez squared up to each other during training in December. In the period when United faced Crystal Palace and West Ham United, Martinez considered himself ready to start, and, feeling Emerim was overlooking him, made his point in what has been described as an intense manner. Ooh. I guess this is a picture from the from the little confrontation they had. Yeah, what was it? I kind of remember this. This is a bit of a story for a little while. Yeah. Yeah. Martinez, who made substitute appearances against Palace and West Ham, was not named in an 11 until the Boxing Day game against Newcastle. But he was made captain and continued to wear the armband for Emerim's final 2 games, demonstrated how the head coach admired his energy. Those who have observed Emerim say that kind of strength from his assistants would have been beneficial. His group, which he brought from Sporting, is seen as mirroring his ideas rather than offering alternatives or challenges. So they say, what was it? There were some yes men. Alright, I could see how that might happen. Fletcher, for instance, was one of those who lobbied Ten Hag to change systems after the 4-0 defeat against Crystal Palace in May of 2024. The 4-2-4 that Ten Hag then chose ultimately won United the FA Cup. Oh yeah, I remember that. I won trophies. Yeah, crap. What was it? That FA Cup didn't save his job. Oh, crap. People at United feel that kind of nuance would have gained United more points, notably in November's defeat at home against 10-man Everton. Crap. How are you losing to a 10-man Everton? It's Everton, and they're down to 10 men. What is going on? God damn. Emerim's relationship with the academy was also a subject of contention. He declined the chance to give Shea Lacey his debut in the stress-free surroundings of the 4-1 victory at Wales, instead throwing him on with United 2-1 down at Aston Villa. Bendito Montatos. What the hell? Bendito Montatos? Alright, got a weird name. Arriving as a late substitute against Wolves when his previous performances at Old Trafford for United's under-21s against Athletic Club and under-18s against Peterborough suggested he is still a raw 17-year-old, left some confused. Calls such as those are the head coach's prerogative, and he might have felt any questions to that end were unjustified. But one senior member of staff did not recall Emerim ever attending an academy game at a stadium during his tenure. Ooh, damn. Similar yeah, well, was it is usually good for a manager to, like, what was it? Go down to the academy every once in a while, watch a game. It's like, some of these players could be useful, Yeah, what was it? A lot of great coaches are pretty hands-on when it comes to their club's academies. Friggin' Johan Cruyff. what was it? Was it Chavi? Yeah. Hmm. Ah, crap. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, I do feel like it is good to take an interest in your club's academy, as a manager. Similar observations were made about Amorim staying in the dugout while the shootout took place in the Carabao Cup against Grimsby Town. Jorge Vital, the goalkeeping coach, was also withdrawn from view, with deputy Craig Mawson taking a prominent role in talking Andre Onana through the penalties. Oh crap. Okay, so what was it? So what was it? Neither Amorim nor their goalkeeping coach were out to help Andre Onana through the Grimsby Town shootout. Well, no wonder they lost. God damn it. Like, obviously, them being there wouldn't have guaranteed a win, but what was it? It would have saved. They could have saved themselves some humiliation here. Like, god damn. Oh, what was it? I don't know. Maybe they got overconfident. Maybe, I guess they didn't think Grimsby Town really had any chance of winning. Which, obviously, I'm not sure if that's the case. But if that is the case, it's like, I'm not sure how anyone at Man United can like find it in themselves to get overconfident, You're Man United. And you're not the old Man United, you're the current Man United that sucks ass. What are you doing? Oh, damn. Hmm. That game will be remembered for Emery's tactics board and his post-match accusation that the players had spoke really loud. Idiosyncrasies aside, United say the head coach is a key part of the club's ecosystem, but they cannot sit above it, and a collaborative approach is the way to achieve success. Whoever comes in next on a permanent basis will need to adhere to that. Wilcox is on record on that theme. I'm a coach at heart, he told the United Former Players Association in September. That's a strength in my role now, but also causes me a bit of a problem because I always want to interfere in what the managers are doing. For all the sense of turmoil at Old Trafford, the current season is very much alive, with United in sixth, 3 points off the Champions League places. This is another reason the club have acted now, to generate the upturn that they felt Amorim could not deliver. Amorim himself was always attuned to the vagaries of football. After his team had beaten Brighton to win 3 games in a row, including victory at Anfield, oh man, what was it? Only 2 more games. All he had to do was win 2 more games, and that one Man United fan could have shaved his hair. Oh man, what was it? How did Do you think do you think that guy, that Man United fan who won't shave his hair, or is it gets like antsy whenever Man United go on like a big winning spree or like a big winning run? Oh, he's like, oh shit, okay, they won 3 games. Okay, they just need 2 more. They just need 2 more. And then bam, they lose. And he's like, oh, come on. Can't have shit in this house. Oh crap. Oh crap, yeah. That's gotta be fun. He replied to a close observer of the club who had sent a congratulations message. Did you see Vitor Pereira's situation? Was a god 2 months ago. You never know what will happen tomorrow. Ooh, ain't that the truth? So yeah, what was it? So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about this article. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do with United. It's like I don't know, man. It's like their problems run deeper than the manager. It runs deeper than the players. I I don't know where it runs from, but it's gotta run somewhere. It probably is the ownership. It's probably something to do with them, obviously, because like I don't know, man. Man U has a lot of problems, and I don't see any coach or any player or anything like that being able to fix it. I really don't. I don't know. Feel like Man United might legitimately be screwed until, like, what was it? They get some new owners who actually know what they're doing. I don't know. But, what was it? Speaking of Man United's next head coach, let's look at some possibilities as to who that might be. Or, well, not their head coach, but their caretaker coach. Whatever. That wasn't as good a transition, so I had to say something else. This next story comes to us from Sky Sports, written by Rob Dorset and Vic Varange. Man United manager latest, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Michael Carrick contacted over interim manager position. So yes, if you were not aware, if you were unaware, that Fletcher guy is the current interim manager, but they are looking for a different one, a caretaker manager, as they put it, to, coach the team until summer. Yes, I believe it was summer, they said, until they could find a new full-time manager. And according to Sky Sports, both Ollie and Michael Carrick have been contacted as potential coaches. So yes, let's see. So let's see what Sky Sports has to say on the matter. Man United have begun talking to external candidates as they look for an interim manager to take charge of the team until the end of the season after Emery's departure. Michael Carrick and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer have been contacted. Darren Fletcher has also been spoken to about the role. Yeah. Manchester United have begun talking to external candidates as they look for an interim manager to take charge until the end of the season, with 3 former Old Trafford favorites in the mix for a possible return after Emery's departure. Sky Sports News has been told that Michael Carrick and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer have been spoken to informally about the possibility of them taking charge until the end of the season. Alongside the current caretaker, Darren Fletcher, it's expected that other candidates will also be called before any decision is taken. While the current focus is on finding an interim boss, the club haven't ruled out the possibility of making a substantive appointment. If they decide the right coach is available, for that, United are considering a much wider pool. So basically, they're looking for an interim manager, but they are also open to looking for a long-term manager at the same time. Which, if they are, they're not looking at any of these guys. They're looking at a much wider pool for that. Director of Football Jason Wilcox is leading the process for United, and following the initial informal conversations with candidates, he is expected to conduct more formal interviews before making a recommendation in the coming days. Any final decision will be sanctioned by Sir Jim Ratcliffe. uh, No timescales have been set, but it's thought the club's bosses would like to have someone in place before the Manchester Derby on January 17th. Fletcher is expecting to be in charge for the next 2 matches against Burnley in the Premier League on Wednesday and Brighton in the FA Cup on Sunday. Fletcher himself is a contender for the interim role, but United's hierarchy have viewed him as a promising option for the future. Because of his lack of first team coaching experience right now. Wait, his lack of first team coaching is the reason he's a promising option for the future? Oh, okay, actually, you know what? That kind of makes sense. All right. Nevertheless, we've been told Fletcher has always been close with United's players, and the squad has been impressed by the early work he has done with them so far, with morale around the camp pretty high. All right. I mean, clearly he knows how the club works. Or, well, what was it? If it's possible to know how Man United works right now. The players like him. I don't know, maybe they should just go with this guy. Yeah, we'll see. Wilcox has already had conversations with former Old Trafford favorites Michael Carrick and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer about the interim head coach position, with both seen as good possibilities to come into a club they know well. You see, well, is it the fact that they know it well, I feel like is a good reason why they might not come back. Because who the hell would come back to Man United? If they really know the club so well, I feel like that would just be a deterrent, you know what I mean? Like, come on, what was it? If they dealt with this shit before, are they really gonna want to go back into it for another round? I don't know. Both are currently out of work and available without the need to pay compensation. You know what? Was it being unemployed might be a good motivator, so who knows. Solskjaer, the favorite of Emirium options. Is he? Okay. I mean, after how things went last time, I'm not sure how he can be, but, if you say so. Sky Sports News football correspondent Rob Dorsett. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would be a huge story if he came back. He was sacked by Manchester United in November of 2021. He's incredibly popular with the Manchester United faithful. He loved it, and he gave a very emotional farewell when he left. There were no bridges burnt. The impression I'm getting is that Solskjaer is the favorite. Alright. Jason Wilcox, who is leading the search, has spoken to him. Solskjaer has made it clear he would like to return to Old Trafford. Oh, okay, maybe I was wrong. Well, is it maybe he does want to come back? Alright. Glasner, Howe speak on Man United links. Oh yeah, what was it? So yeah, as you probably assume, a bunch of different coaches have also been linked with Man United, and some of them have responded to it. I did read a little bit about Eddie Howe's reaction, but I don't think I read Glasner's reaction. So yeah, what was it? So yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing that. As talks continue for an interim boss, among those linked with the permanent roles are Crystal Palace's Oliver Glasner and the Newcastle's Eddie Howe. Glasner has 6 months left on his deal at Selhurst Park, but shut down any talk of the position during a press conference ahead of Palace's game against Aston Villa on Wednesday, live on Sky Sports. I am Crystal Palace's manager. It's wasted time for you to ask any more questions. I don't talk about any jobs, any club other than Crystal Palace. Yeah, makes sense. What was it? Like I said, what was it? I obviously haven't read it yet in this article, but I have seen a bit of Eddie Howe's response, and he pretty much said something similar. It's like, look, I'm working a job right now. I've still got some time left in my contract. I'm not like, of course they're not going to talk about, taking a job with a different club while they're still working at their current club and while their relationship seems to be all right. So yeah, it's like, of course they're not going to come out and say, Yeah, I'm totally looking forward to getting that Man United job. I want to leave this dump. So it's like, of course, they're gonna say like, yeah, I'm coaching here right now. I'm totally fine. Yeah. Hmm. Howe, meanwhile, also reiterated his commitment to Newcastle. I'm 100% here, working as hard as I can, head down, ignoring all the stuff that you guys write, good or bad, because it's irrelevant, he said. It's about today's work and trying to prepare the team as well as we can for Leeds on Wednesday, so tomorrow. So that will never change from my perspective, my commitment to my work and my job. As long as I'm happy and able to express myself in the best way that I can to help the team, nothing will change. Asked if there was anything which could tempt him away from St. James Park, Howe replied, no, not at this current time. It's like I said before. I don't know why the media asks questions like this. He's not gonna say yes while he's still working. Like, even if there was something that could tempt him away, it's like, why would he say yes? If he has a good relationship with the club, obviously he's gonna say no. I don't know. I don't know what response these guys think they're gonna get sometimes. It's like, I don't know. I don't know why they ask questions like that. The most important thing for me is happiness in the role, happiness in the job, the relationship I have with the people around me. Now, that's not always been consistently good, and things can change at any football club, but at the moment, I am very happy. And Fletcher, an honor to lead Man United. So this is the current interim coach, or the guy they're currently looking at as the interim coach. Current interim boss Fletcher gave his first news conference on Tuesday ahead of the midweek trip to Burnley. After a busy 24 hours, the Manchester United U18 coach said, "It's been surreal. It's an honor. It's an amazing honor to lead a Manchester United team. It wasn't in my wildest dreams that was something that could potentially happen. To lead out the team is an amazing honor and something I'm proud to do. It's not in the circumstances I expected it to happen, so that doesn't sit easy with me." Yeah, what was it? He didn't expect to be brought in as interim after, what was it? After, what was it? The current coach had a massive falling out with, what was it? The, the upper management. Wait, you're working at Man United. Why did you not expect things to go this way? Of course that was gonna happen. God. I've got a job to do, which is to lead the team tomorrow. I have great honor and pride in doing that. Asked whether he had any conversations with Wilcox and Omar Barada, Fletcher replied, I've had the conversations, and the focus is on this game. Then we'll speak after, Burnley. It all happened very quickly on Monday morning. Had a game to prepare and a very quick turnaround. A training session to organize, speak to the players, so the focus has been on the Burnley match. It's important we give the Burnley match the respect and focus it needs to prepare the team in such a short space of time. Fletcher also has the strange circumstance of having his two sons, Tyler and Jack, training with the first team squad. Midfielder Jack already made his first team debut under Amorim. Oh god, yeah. So the current manager's two sons are playing for the club. Okay. You know what? Why not play them? Why not? Let's just see how things go. When asked if they could be handed full debuts, Fletcher with a joke, I won't be disclosing team information before the game. Yeah. He then added they were in the training group on Monday because that was already arranged before I got there. They've been in the squad recently, but we've got a couple players back from injury, so we'll assess that tomorrow because of the short turnaround from games. They're in the periphery squad, but whether they make the matchday squad, I don't know. How do you not know? You're the manager. Alright, so yeah, so yeah, what was it? With Manchester United sacking their manager, of course there are gonna be, a bunch of rumors flying around about who could replace him. I don't know, man. It's like I said with the last article, I don't really see any one specific manager coming in and, what was it, fixing Man United's problems. I think their problems run deeper than that, so it's like, I don't know. I don't really think it matters who they bring in. It feels like things are just gonna go wrong whoever they go with, so it's like, whatever. That being said, it would be really funny to see Ollie or Michael Carrick come back. That would be pretty funny. So yeah, next article is not Manchester United related, but is connected because it is about the sacking of a coach. This time, the sacking of Enzo Maresca from Chelsea. Now this comes from the Daily Mail, written by Ollie Lewis, deputy sports editor. Enzo Maresca makes major omission in his Chelsea exit statement as boss breaks his silence after being branded unprofessional and disrespectful. So yes, as you are likely aware, Enzo Maresca was sacked as Chelsea head coach a few days ago, and he has come out with some statements recently about the situation. Let's see what he said. Enzo Maresca failed to mention his former paymasters as he shared his first message following his acrimonious exit from Chelsea on New Year's Day. The Italian, 45, left the club following an explosive row with the West London club's owners, with a power struggle at the heart of his departure. So yeah, what was it? What was it? This is more similar to Man United. This is more similar to the Man United situation than I thought. Chelsea later briefed that a number of episodes left them unimpressed and questioned Maresca's professionalism in a public slinging match. Slinging match? The hash slinging slasher. And Maresca failed to mention to his superiors as he posted a heartfelt message to his former plans and fans on Tuesday. Leave this world a little better than you found it. His Instagram post started. Oh crap. I don't know. Do you guys think Enzo Maresca left Chelsea better than he found it? I don't know. You guys let me know. My journey with Chelsea began with the preliminary rounds of the Conference League. I leave with the inner peace of leaving a prestigious club like Chelsea where it deserves to be. I want to thank all the Chelsea fans for their support over the last 18 months. Support that was crucial to achieving Champions League qualifications, winning the Conference League, and winning the Club World Cup. Yeah, it's like, what was it? Listen, you can discount the Conference League, what was it? You can write off the Club World Cup, what was it? But there were people that took these seriously, what was it? What was it? PSG seemed to be taking it pretty seriously when they lost. So yeah, it's like, what was it? I don't know, what was it? Maresca? I don't know, maybe Maresca wasn't, what was it? Obviously Maresca wasn't perfect, but he wasn't a bad manager. And like Man United, what was it? There is a lot of shit going on behind the scenes in management at Chelsea that I feel like had way more to do with him getting sacked than any actual, on-field successes or failures. Oh yeah. Crap, where was I? Victories that I will always hold in my heart. A special thank you to all the players who have accompanied me in this wonderful journey. I wish everyone who has shared every moment with me, every success in this second half of the season and in the future. Thank you, Chelsea, from me and my family. Maresca's statement comes after Chelsea briefed that his behavior was unprofessional and disrespectful in the final days of his tenure. Let's see, 3 episodes appeared to upset Blue's hierarchy. His decision to skip Tuesday's post-match press conference, citing illness. The club hierarchy believes he wasn't ill and found the move to be unprofessional, disrespectful, and also unfair on Willie Caballero, who had to deputize. Alright. His ignoring of medical advice on players returning from injury and playing them for too long. Alright, so yeah, what was it? Obviously, I can't say whether or not Maresca was actually sick that day or anything, but obviously player rotation has been a major problem for Chelsea for a while now. And yeah, what was it? I do feel like Maresca didn't do the greatest job, but he is also, what was it, under pressure to play certain players. What was it? It may give everyone time, but what was it? Obviously, obviously you can't just switch everyone around all the time, and you also can't play anyone for too long. So I don't know. It feels like a bit of an unwinnable situation. And yeah, he probably didn't do the best he could have, but I don't know. It does feel like a bit of an unfair situation. Reports linking him with a return to Manchester City, where he had previously worked under Pep. There are obviously reports going around, but but there is no confirmation of that. What was it? So yeah, I don't know. They also claimed Maresca lacked mental fortitude and emotional maturity. His exit follows a turbulent period which has seen the side with just one of their last 7 Premier League matches. Maresca's last match was the 2-2 home draw with Bournemouth last Tuesday. Liam Rossinier was confirmed as the club's new head coach, joining from fellow Blue club Strasbourg. Yeah, what was it? If you're unaware, the owners of Chelsea also own Strasbourg, who are doing pretty good, or decently well in League A right now. And what was it? They've essentially taken their coach right in the middle of a pretty good season. So yeah, what was it? I'm sure that's not going to have any bad effects on Strasbourg going forward. Oh god. Oh god. The writing had been on the wall for Maresca after a spectacular outburst in which he claimed he had endured his worst 48 hours following a victory over Everton. Oh yeah, I remember that. The announcement came after showdown talks between the manager and senior club officials. It is thought that the claim related to serious friction between the manager and the medical department, and a continuing difference of opinion over the management of injured players and their returns to action. Officials were left seriously unimpressed with those public comments and a number of other episodes, including this decision to skip Tuesday's press conference due to illness. Yeah. The club's hierarchy believes he wasn't ill. Now, obviously, that's not something I can speak on since I don't know. He might have been sick, maybe wasn't. Oh, I already said this. His ignoring of medical advice on players. Alright, so yeah, this last part is just kind of reiterating all the problems we had with him. I mean, all the problems that ownership had with him. So yeah, what was it? I just figured I'd talk about this since it kind of relates to, the other topic, a manager getting sacked. But yeah, what was it? God damn. What was it? A lot of Premier League managers are getting sacked recently. It's like Maresca, Amarim, what was it? Oh god. Arne Slot better watch his back. It seems like there's a bit of a sacking bug going around. Oh crap. It would honestly be pretty hilarious if Arne Slot gets sacked within the next couple of days. That would be pretty funny. Oh good. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, what was it? Those were all the stories I had for today. Yeah. With all that being said, I gotta get going. What was it? Good to see you here, and hope to see you next time.